The soil under which the miners of Somma spent their lives toiling has carefully been prepared to accommodate their bodies. The families are still reeling from the catastrophe underground that has robbed this community of its heart. The coffins arrived throughout the day, each borne aloft by dozens of relatives. Pride at the men who earned their living in such dangerous conditions. Profound grief that they ultimately have paid for it with their lives. Elmas Yildirim lost her son Kader and is inconsolable. He was just 33. His name means fate, but his family surely never expected his life to end so young.
This is a man-made disaster. It's not the first time, it's not the fifth time. Every year we have an accident in Somma. Why don't they close it down?
As we film, another member of the family is overcome with grief. The burden of the day is too much to bear. This is the awful reality behind the death toll. Row after row of freshly dug graves. The harrowing scenes of families saying their last farewell after a disaster that is on a scale difficult to comprehend. These images have touched Turks across the country, a nation reeling from the scale of the loss in Somma.
Until now, everyone just knows the numbers, and a number is, no matter what it represents, it is a number. But when it comes to seeing the graves, that the people are being carried into it, and the soil covering the bodies, it is terrible.
The bodies continue to emerge from the mine. More than 100 have been discovered tonight, deep below ground. But recovering them is exhausting and dangerous work in a mine that is still smouldering. Murat Yukos was underground when the explosion ripped through the tunnels. He says, "I was heading to the exit. I saw smoke and thought something was on fire, but I couldn't figure out what was going on. We went to another section and waited for nearly 4 hours. I can't remember what happened. The oxygen was reducing. After a while, they found us." The sign above the tunnel entrance says "Safety First," but the ageing mine has had numerous accidents in recent years, fueling widespread anger the government didn't intervene. That anger boiled over into violence today in several cities, not helped by this photo showing an aide to the Turkish Prime Minister apparently kicking a mourner, for which he later apologised. There are many who think these deaths were preventable, who feel the mine's poor safety record was ignored. But while the politics of this disaster will rumble on for years, the people of Somma are still numb with shock.